First 2 seasons, the female lead has 0 lines. Even when she breaks her little mouth thing, all she does is growl.
Nah, this has to be a troll. But the thing is, I don't think he is trolling. This is America in a video. Anime's biggest problem, women. Let's see how much I fucking hate this video. I think I could already tell. The AVI has glasses, so I have a feeling this take is gonna be very annoying to me.
The whole has a ton of issues, from an overabundance of filler to mediocre plot, from poor animation.
Just skip the filler. Yeah, that has a lot of dislikes. That means I'm not gonna like it. I don't care about animation. The animation could suck. Just give me a good story. The fillers, I'll just skip them.
To poorly paid animators.
See, that sucks. Poorly paid animators. They should be paid everything. I see someone like the animators that animated the final Attack on Titan video episode. They should be fucking millionaires. I think they deserve more than actors.
But if there's one thing ruining anime above all else, one thing holding...
I don't think that's an L take. I think animators deserve more money, better pay than actors.
I completely agree.
Actors deserve great pay. That's a great fucking job. Like, that takes a lot of passion. But I think animators deserve way more money and fame. I think it takes way much more of a toll on your body, your mind, and in your life. I don't know. That's just how I feel, honestly. What do I know? I'm not an actor. I am an actor. I fake my reactions.
The industry back as a whole, it's women.
Oh, women, that's the big problem. And it's not the poor pay. It's not the bad animation. It's not MAPPA's employees losing their families or losing time with their sons. It's the women. The women, that's the problem.
Women in anime are a problem. 90% of them only exist as fan service or as an accessory to the male protagonist. It's rare to find a female character that has their own motives and gets their own character progression.
What do you mean, guys? It's Sakura. She's the most important part of Naruto. We all know that. It depends what you're watching, I feel like. And if you don't like it, just don't fucking watch it. You know how many side characters there are in Naruto? But we're just gonna mention Sakura? How about like Ninja number 5 and Ninja number 6 and 7 and 8? And they're all dudes.
Most of these women...
The Sakura syndrome. Yeah, that's what we call it.
...and are not well written. What? You don't believe me? Well, to prove it, we need to talk about what a well-written woman even looks like in the first place. And it's actually pretty simple. A
bad written woman. Let's see. Rey from Star Wars. She-Hulk. Stuff like that. When the entire story is surrounded by the person's gender, that's when it fucking sucks. When the gender has nothing to do with the story, that's when it's good. Maki, for example. Maki's perfect. That is a perfectly... I feel like she's an amazing written woman. Maki. Miss Marvel. Literally, Miss Marvel's whole character from the show is that she idolizes Captain Marvel, and it's her race. Her literal character is her race and her gender. That's her fucking character. Mikasa, you could say she serves, but I feel like that's a smart way that Isayama wrote Mikasa, like serving like Eren, for example. I still think she's a great written character, you know what I mean? Even I get annoyed sometimes with the whole Eren. I get fucking annoyed with that sometimes, but I think she's great. I think Mikasa's great. And I think there's a reason behind her. Palm, I love Palm. Palm, Rukia. Rukia is perfect, bro. Inoue, I'm not crazy about. Rukia is how, like, a female character should be written. Amelia, too. Amelia's great, too.
Written
Yurichi.
woman is just a woman with her own personality and her own motives systems of beliefs. A woman that is not there just to be sexualized and is not sexualized, period, and also plays a major role in the plot. And somehow, most anime does not meet that measure, especially in shonen anime. So let's look at a couple of...
They just don't watch shonen. I don't know, man. It's like, it's been like this since before I was born, and it's gonna be like this after I'm dead. Get over it.
Examples. What is an example of an anime that does a terrible job writing women? Well, we're gonna go with the most infamous example, My Hero Academia.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Makima's great. Makima scares me. She's so dominant and scary. Spoilers, by the way.
I think anyone that watched...
Yeah. So Liv just said Makima reminds her of, like, Rhea Ripley. From WWE. Rhea Ripley likes Dom. Dom's like he's of age.
Watches this show can acknowledge that the female characters in this show are not exactly well written. They are all sexualized to some extent where they don't play a large role in...
Now I think I know why I see so many dislikes on this video. I think the fandom found this video. They found it, guys.
The plot. Or both. Let's look at a couple of
Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right or am I right, actually?
examples really quickly. Uraraka was a character I had a lot of hope for when I started My Hero, and I was just left disappointed. She has so much potential, but it feels like as the show goes on, she just keeps getting whittled down more and more, and at this point she's not much more than a love interest for Midoriya. Then there's Momo, a girl who was led into UA on recommendation, on the same grounds as Todoroki, and yet she plays a much less important role in the show compared to him. And she also lacks confidence compared to many of her peers. You could say that this is just a personality trait, but it's such a common trope in female characters. I had such high
I want to see a girl's take on this. I don't want to see a dude talking about this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wonder what girls think of this. Like women in anime. I feel like more women now love anime more than guys. You go to these anime stores, like these manga stores, it's all girls. We were in Japan, it was all girls. I don't see them having problems with this shit. They're all buying this shit. I don't know if this is like a Western problem, but like in Japan, all girls, like literally, me and Liv are like in the manga stores, in a Jump store. What was that big store? Animate? You go and Animate floors. It's mostly girls buying these mangas, and they're not complaining about this shit. You know who's complaining about it? This guy that's probably like a West from the West complaining about it. The MHA definitely isn't a kid's show with thousands of people dying. Let's hear Liv's take. A woman.
I think that girl characters that like, not like, oh, they're powerful, but like girl characters that are multifaceted and like have a purpose and like actual meaning.
Yeah.
Like male characters, I think this applies to both genders, are like interesting and valid, but like characters that are like you said before, that are there because they're a girl.
Yeah.
Like to be like the, like, okay, we need a girl to like the sandwich essentially of characters. Like every single anime has like, that we watch, like shonen, has like a bunch of guys and then like your one or two female characters. Like I think Nobara and JJK is a great example of a great like female character, because like she's strong, but the whole point isn't like, oh, she's a woman and she's strong. No, she's just like a strong character. Like that's it. They're not being like, oh, like let's emphasize that she's a strong woman. She's just a character.
But I feel like Sakura, Inoue, they mostly are there to serve, like for fan service.
Yes.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But like I said in Bleach, Rukia is more what I want. You know what I mean?
Rukia is a character that just so happens to be female.
Nami.
Like that's
Nami has her fan service moments, but Nami is a fucking amazing written character. Her backstory had me in tears.
I think she's the perfect balance of fan service and just being a good character.
And Sakura, exactly. Sakura isn't like fan service. It's more in service of another character, I feel like. Nah, I feel like Sakura could be annoying with the whole Sasuke-kun thing, but I'm still interested in her.
hopes for her going into this show, because
like, are Japanese people making videos like this complaining about this?
Her quirk was really cool, but she has not
Maybe they
had
are.
a large role to play despite her abilities. Her outfit is also
exactly. They don't get offended like the fucking West. They're pussies.
But these guys are being offended for the sake of women. They're white knighting.
Exactly. I hate the white knights.
Revealing, like
this is why I love her. She thinks like me. It's controversial. This doesn't. I won't get. I won't get through like college. I can't say shit like this. I could be honest with you guys.
Incredibly revealing.
But a lot of y'all probably might disagree with my takes. But this is just how I am, and it's why I love her, because we think alike.
And there's really no reason for it, especially when you see what many of the men are wearing. I can really only think of two characters that are strong female characters in My Hero, and one of them is an over-sexualized dominatrix. The other one is Froppy. She seems to be fairly independent.
I've seen so much art of these girls, it's insane.
And doesn't feel like an accessory to any main character. Well, besides maybe this guy. But even in her case, she doesn't play a major role in the show. She's very obviously a side character, and while many side characters
I bet these characters are fucking loved in Japan. Like the characters that people are complaining about that are over-sexualized, these characters are probably so loved in Japan, they idolize these characters, like the Frog Girl, or the Dominatrix Girl, or Sakura, and Inoue. These characters are loved, I feel like. I don't know, I could be wrong, though.
Can be
they
well
are?
written It
Yeah.
is disappointing to have
They're
to look
loved.
this deep in the My
Then you have
Hero cast
bitches
for
like
a
this
single
complaining
good
about these
female
characters.
character. I should probably mention that I am only on season 3 of My Hero Academia, but from what I've heard from other watchers, male and female, it doesn't really get much better. I could talk about the issues with the women in this show for hours, but it's
Sakura isn't sexualized. I don't mean like sexualized. I mean like in terms of like servicing another character.
I think it would be best if we moved on to an example of
Sakura's not even liked in Japan.
another anime that doesn't do their women that well, but still better than My Hero Academia. This time we're going to talk about Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer women are pretty hit or miss.
Nah. I feel like Demon Slayer girls are the most powerful at the animes I've watched.
Have people like Nezuko and Shinobu in the same show. A lot of the supporting women are well written, but the major women, not so much. Like in the entire
I mean, Nezuko had a scene where she showed her titties when she grew, but Nezuko is like OP, like she's always kicking ass. Even like Daki. So, what? Just because they show ass and titties, that they're like discredited now? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
first 2 seasons, the female lead has 0 lines.
There's a reason. Wait, what? Did he watch? Maybe he watched like this. That's the fucking plot. He has to be trolling. He has to be trolling, man. He has to be trolling. He has to be.
The entire first 2 seasons, the female lead has 0 lines. Literally 0. Even when she breaks her little mouth thing, all she does is growl.
Nah, this has to be a troll. There's no way. But the thing is, I don't think he is trolling. This is America, guys. This is America in a video. This has to be a troll. There has to be. This has to be a fucking troll. This guy's complaining that Nezuko has no lines.
That's the whole purpose of her character. She's a demon.
She's a demon.
And, like,
She talks! She talks now!
She's not the upper.
This is Twitter
Voice
in
to
America.
hear her.
This is anime Twitter right here. About this is the guy.
Story arc.
And yeah, she's obviously physically strong, but Nezuko really feels like a plot convenience more than anything else. She pops out of her box to save the day and then disappears for the rest of the season. Another example is Kanao, as she also has almost 0 lines. This wouldn't be an issue.
It's her fucking character. Like I don't understand, man. It's not a point. What do you mean Welly has a point? What the fuck is his point?
If it was a show that didn't have a ton of dialogue, but like Tanjiro and Zenitsu have so many monologues.
Because it's their characters in it. It's like and then Tanjiro's like the main character and he's like a hero. And Nezuko's a fucking demon. She can't talk. And then you have Inosuke, which is like you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck I just said. This guy has no point. You know, someone said add to the dislikes. Nah, I don't want to be that kind of a guy.
Especially.
Was he mad that Tanjiro has more lines than Nezuko? Why? You think people in Japan are complaining about Nezuko not talking?
Tanjiro. But honestly, I don't think it's even really a woman issue in Demon Slayer. I think it's just a character issue. None of the characters are that fleshed out, and they're all fairly
I mean, that's a
one-dimensional.
point.
But I think even with that one-dimensionality,
Yo, imagine you watched Black Clover. Don't watch it.
the male characters are written better than the female. But I think it's time to move on to some anime that do
Wait, imagine you saw season 3 with Titsity. Holy shit. Oh my god. This guy would have a fucking PowerPoint presentation.
female characters a little bit better, starting with Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan has some great female characters, such as Ymir, Hanji, and Gabby, but it does also
Of course he loves Ymir.
have some pretty bad ones as well, such as Mikasa,
What?
and even Historia to some extent.
Oh god. You can't make these people happy. You can't. You can't make it. These people will never be happy. Never. What do they want to watch? What anime would they like?
As she's basically written out of the story after season 3 part 1.
His story is written out. Okay, he's not complaining about that. I think he's just stating a point. If he's complaining about that, what is he trying to say? They wrote her out of the story because she was actually purposeful. Whatever. Yuri on Ice. I don't know.
Hanji and Ymir are both great examples of how to write a female character. They are multifaceted and have unique goals.
But why? I'm gonna. What's the phrase with the elephant? The elephant in the room. Ymir is a lesbian, and Hanji, she likes Titans. Is that why he likes these characters? He doesn't like girl. Like I don't understand. Like, I know it's like I know what characters he likes. Like he's gonna like. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like we can't like Mikasa because why? She likes a guy. We can't like Inoue because she likes Ichigo. I don't know,
that
man.
suit their personalities. They have growth throughout their arcs, and the more we see them, the more we can learn more about them, and that information directly plays into the show. For instance, once we learn Ymir's backstory, all of her actions make sense, and we can see a huge change in character from Hanji in Season 1 to Hanji in Season 4, as the choices she has to make as leader of the Survey Corps weigh on her heavily.
What?
Season 4, as the choices she has to make as leader of the Survey Corps
He's not even watching the fucking animes. He's just complaining. What's the Survey Corps?
weigh on her heavily. I've talked about women in Attack on Titan a multitude of times, so I don't think I really need to do it again.
The last thing I thought about with problems with Attack on Titan was the women. Look at Gabby, Sasha, Connie.
And right now, the only issue that I have with Attack on Titan women is that there's just not a lot of them. Like, there's 5 in the Scouts and...
Wait a minute. What? Bro, this guy should love this. There's something called the female Titan. He would fucking love it if he knew. Did he not make it that far?
3 in the Warriors.
This guy put on an episode and judged it?
This one's dead. This one's been in a crystal for 2.5 seasons, and these 2 don't even exist in the first 3 seasons, leaving very few female characters to get attached to. Oh wait, I guess Armin is there too. Anyway, the next and final...
He just called Armin a woman? I did not think this guy would say that. That was very controversial to say. Why? Because he's emotional? You're calling... Oh, that offends me. That offends me. What are you trying to say? Because he's emotional, he's a woman? Because he cries? That's why? I'm offended.
Anime I want to talk about in depth is probably the anime that has the best female characters. It's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, I agree with that. The females in Jujutsu Kaisen are written amazing.
All the new gen anime I've seen, Jujutsu Kaisen
he spelled Kaisen wrong. He put a Z.
Undoubtedly does female characters the best. A lot of them have their own fully developed personalities and actively fight the societal and patriarchal norms that women face in...
Let me guess, he doesn't like Toji. No, what? Todo. Let me guess, he doesn't like Todo. Todo came on the screen. This guy was like...
the world of Jujutsu. I think creating a world where women are held to a higher standard is a great way to mirror our own world and mirror what women go through in the real world.
Yeah, man. The women in the real world, they go through curses.
Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the few shows that I've ever seen do that. It's pointed out that oftentimes female Jujutsu sorcerers have to do more than their male counterparts to get the same degree of recognition. And even then, if their physical appearance...
Just wait till he sees the Shibuya arc. Oh my god. Wait till he sees that. This guy spoke too soon, man. Oh my god.
Or attitude isn't quite right. They can still fall short.
Shit.
I think this
guy's hyping up JJK, man. Just wait. Oh god.
Super important.
Oh, I want him to watch it. I want to see him talk about it.
And I wish more shows brought up this disparity. But I think the fact that not a lot of anime talks about this difference in expectations is part of what makes Jujutsu Kaisen so much more memorable for the women. And we haven't even talked about the individual women in this show because they are so developed and so multifaceted. Maki and Nobara are such well-written characters. Partially because they fight the above standards, but also partially because they want to do it for themselves. Maki is fighting so hard to prove herself in the world of Jujutsu because of the family she comes from, because she doesn't have cursed energy, and because she's a woman.
I think this video is giving me cancer, man. I'm not gonna lie.
And she's doing pretty well. Her goal of wanting to lead the Zenin household.
I think JJK, the guy heard this. He saw this video, made him so mad. He got revenge.
That makes sense.
Oh my god.
Character, as we can see that she's always been strong-willed ever since she was a child. Nobara on the
This video would piss me off too, man. I kill all the characters he loves.
Other hand, proves that you can still be girly without doing it for society.
He put girly in quotes. Why would you put, what does that mean?
Society. She does it
Man, I want to see Giguk's take on this.
because she wants to, and because she feels good when she's all dolled up and wearing her best clothing, not because she has to do it. I think the distinction that both of these women are doing what they're doing for themselves is
I really want to see a Japanese person, someone from Japan, make a video like this. If somebody could send me a video like that, I'll actually take it serious.
very important to make, as it is central to both
take
of
it
their
serious.
characters, and it gives them a lot of independence. And the last show I want to give an honorable mention to is Spy